Is he the only one?
Oh, you didn't know about the 30-foot wolf?
Wait, stop hammer time. Wait. Is Negan in here leaning still and he's not playing Negan? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, he's not standing up straight in this scene right there. Walter, am I wrong?
Well.
Let
30-foot
wolf. We have something that's going into the foray of things that we have talked about multiple times here. We've talked about it on this show. We've talked about it on the movie review show. We've talked about it on the Roast and Toast. I think you've all talked about it every day in regular ass life. And that is the adaptations of our favorite things up here on this website. Or excuse me, on this show, video games. Now, with video games, we've seen a bunch of adaptations in the past. We had, of course, we talked about the Mario movie with John Leguizamo and what's your boy, Bob Hoskins?
Classic.
Classic. Dennis Hopper playing Bowser. Yes, that made all the sense in the world. And of course, we had a movie that came out very recently. And I said from the second I saw this trailer, this shit is going to be garbage. And I got chewed out. By one man in particular. Sam, I got chewed out. He's like, man, you didn't give this shit a chance. It could be good. It's following the story. It's got these A-list actors. You got Michael Fassbender. You got the crazy train lady from Inception. You got Jeremy Irons. You got, Gleason? Brandon Gleason, I think it is. You got all these great, fantastic people. This movie is going to be one of the best video game movies of all time, maybe even Oscar nominated. And yes, people, I'm talking about that lovely Eagle movie, Assassin's Creed.
To the Spanish Inquisition.
I am God. Even though I'm a man of God.
Kanye didn't even show up in that movie. I was mad as shit. But yes, Assassin's Creed, which came out, and while there did seem to be some money behind it, it did have the star quality that we look for in a lot of blockbuster movies. And the production, for the most part, when they were inside of the little Abstergo building, it looked decent. You had the blue lighting and all this fun stuff. And for the most part, the cinematography and everything looked nice. It looked presentable. But when you got to the parts where he was an actual assassin, that shit turns into piss yellow Spain or wherever the fuck they were. Movie was a goddamn mess.
It's as mediocre as the rest of the movie. I don't understand what you mean.
They were trying something with the Abstergo parts. I'll give them that. They were trying something. It wasn't great, but it looked like they put some money behind it. They weren't using like iPhones. Like they tried to do something. And don't give me them sassy ass looks, Walter. That's why your mom messaged you on Facebook right now. Stop acting so sassy. But yes, with Assassin's Creed, it did not live up to anybody's expectations. And if it did, your expectations are in the gutter. I don't know what you were thinking with this. But yeah, it was another video game flop that's been adapted to film. And it did not work well. So now, people, we have that guy that is basically the new Schwarzenegger. He's our generation Schwarzenegger because he is in every action movie, every property, damn near every franchise right now. And of course, I'm talking about Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the man that can do no wrong for the most part. He has decided to sign up for another video game franchise, and you're thinking, wow, if The Rock is in it, like, is it going to be a WWE like kind of thing, like when people jump into WWE bodies, or you know, maybe it's another brawler, another fighter like that?
It's like
no.
Gamer.
It's like what?
It's like Gamer, but it's just WWE.
Oh Jesus, that would be a mess. Like, are we hurting each other? I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Can I still be China?
Oh Jesus. Oh man, that'd be a mess, but it would be fun.
Just a corpse.
Oh man, Walter said that would be a corpse. That's fucked up, Walter. But The Rock, the man that is the #1 action star, and I think the #1 paid actor right now, is decided to sign up with this franchise, and it is for the game Rampage. And people, I don't know if you ever played Rampage. It was the most simplest of games where you just basically be a monster, climb buildings, eat people, and destroy, and just basically ruin everything. And they decided to turn this into a franchise, or excuse me, a movie. I'm not sure what the goal is here. I'm not sure why The Rock thought this was a great thing, but you know what? I might be that guy that plays so many games that I'm just pessimistic about every franchise that comes out. I said Assassin's Creed was going to be bad. I said Angry Birds wasn't going to be that great. I said Warcraft was just going to be just no, this is gonna be a meh. It's a rental maybe. So maybe Rampage could be the one that turns everything around. People, I will let you look at this trailer and you can decide for yourself if you're interested in this great, fantastic Rampage movie.
Last night, George was 7 feet away.
You know, when I see that white gorilla, I think of what's that movie with the where they were using
Mighty Joe Young?
No, the movie where they use like a diamond to laser gorillas in half at the end of it. Congo. It reminds me of Congo. That's exactly what that. I was like, holy shit, is a Congo like 3 or 2 or whatever this is? Come on, man, this looks exactly like Congo to me anyway.
Is he the only one?
Oh, you didn't know about the 30-foot wolf?
Wait, stop hammer time. Wait. Is Negan in here leaning still and he's not playing Negan? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, he's not standing up straight in this scene right there. Walter, am I wrong?
Well.
Let
30-foot
wolf. People, Negan. Hey, Negan is here, everybody. He's alive and well. Get it? Because that's in the game. The helicopter. It's so awesome. People, I'm at a loss for words as to why this exists. Obviously, The Rock is the big star here. He's the one that's just, I think he's lost too as well from that face. The Rock decided to sign up for Rampage the movie. And like I said earlier, let me ask you this, Walter, before we get into that. Did you ever get a chance to play Rampage growing up?
On the Game Boy Advance. They had a remake.
So the OG version, well, that's not even the OG version. That's like a later remake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the whole premise of Rampage was a gorilla, a wolf, and I think a crocodile came in the second one. I don't think he was in the first one, but you would basically just come in to a city, eat people, destroy buildings, fight tanks, the army, whoever showed up, and that was the whole goal. There really wasn't, that I know of, when I was playing it, I wasn't really interested in the story that was going on. I was like,
no story.
Well, yeah, what's the wolf's motivation? Like, why is this gorilla upset? What is his muse in this situation? But yeah, it was basically just monsters destroying cities. One of the simplest of gameplay mechanics ever. Punch to break something, get near it and climb up, and then stomp on top of the building and make it crumble. That was about it. So to turn around and try to make a full-length feature movie of this just seems a little weird to me. It doesn't make sense. And one of the things that hurt, and I'll let you know, this one hurt me to the core. This is coming from New Line Cinemas. And New Line, personally, I think was behind the best one so far video game movie that we have had, which was Mortal Kombat. They made the Mortal Kombat movie, and yes, it got snubbed at the Oscars. It's not a good look. It should have won a lot of things, like best Shang Tsung magic. I don't know, but wait, you're disagreeing with me? What's the best video game movie, Walter?
I want to go on record as saying this for all toasties that Double Dragons is the best video game movie that's ever been made.
I would like for you to shoot yourself in the throat. Don't you ever say some shit like that up here. That movie is not, no. I give it to Silent Hill before I give it to that. Walter, no. First of all, Mr. Dead Air, you can't be making faces over there. You got to say something.
You're right. I should say something, but it doesn't deserve it. Because you know that Mark Dacascos is much better than anybody in the Mortal Kombat movies.
He's not better than Robin Shou.
Who?
Robin Shou, the guy to play Liu Kang, or he's not better than what's his name, Kerry Fukunawa. I think that's his name.
Robin Shou is dumb because he's the only person that went to go into the second Mortal Kombat movie out of that entire franchise.
Well, yeah, he needed money, man. Don't count his pockets, Walter.
No,
don't count that man's pockets, Walter. Let that man live.
Wrong-o.
Yes, but let him live. But with Rampage, I don't understand what the whole goal is here. It just seems like something they just threw it together just to have some fun. And here, people, this is the Nintendo 64 one that came out. This is the one I remember the most, Rampage World Tour, which has, there you go, the little, I always thought it was a rat on steroids. I never thought it was a wolf.
I never knew what they were except for the ape.
Yeah, like the ape was like, all right, it makes sense. Like, that's not that hard to figure out. Like, all right, kind of Donkey Kong inspired. Yeah. Then they had the lizard that I guess is a crocodile.
I thought it was an iguana.
Yeah, me too. I was like, they're not making any sense of like what these creatures are, especially when they're transforming them into the movie. And then now you have the wolf man, or again, as everybody thought it was, a giant rat, or Sonic the Hedgehog on steroids, who are all making the return and are going to be showing up in this movie. But now, what's up, man?
But that wolf has opposable thumbs.
I don't make
He
this
doesn't
game.
have opposable thumbs in the movie.
Maybe that's like a stinger. Like he grows thumbs at the end of it. Maybe that's what happens. I'm not sure. But with this movie, it just kind of seems like they're throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. And I know you saw right there was a moment where it said, maybe it'll pop up in a second, but it says directed by the man that made San Andreas. Now, there's your boy. There's your boy. Negan's back. But with that movie San Andreas, I don't know if any of you saw it, or I know I did. I saw that shit in was it D-Box? So my like, oh, what's an earthquake? Oh, but with
Like sitting on the dryer.
Okay, I hear what your weekends are about now. But with and here it is right here from the director of San Andreas. With that movie, it was just a big blown out disaster film. LA just falling apart, and The Rock is out there basically stopping earthquakes for some reason. And I know this sounds crazy, it sounds baffling, but here is The Rock again, and it seems like he's playing the same goddamn role.
Oh my God.
You need to get out, and I mean now. If you can't, God be with you.
God be with the people who went to see this movie, because that movie was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't bad.
That
wasn't
movie
good.
that movie was bad,
It was
man.
mediocre.
That shit was Walter.
Yo, you're selling it like The Rock's over here fist fighting Mother Nature.
That would have made more sense than the shit that we got here. There was a moment, I remember The Rock had to like flex to remove a helicopter from a wall after it crushed his like shoulder or some shit. And they're like, yeah, that makes sense.
What's your issue with that?
It don't make fucking sense, Walter. Like, and again, if you're gonna have the same character, the same actor, like you have the director that made San Andreas making the Rampage movie using The Rock, and they're working together again, I don't think you should have them playing the same role. It seems like being in the same sort of situations, like him being in the helicopter in the scenes from Rampage, him being a helicopter pilot in this movie, all the destruction and chaos going on in this film, loved ones being in peril, like his loved gorilla in the new Rampage movie. So it just seems like the guy that directed the San Andreas movie just used extra footage he had left over, and it was like, you know what? I could throw video game characters into this, and I got Rampage. Tell me I'm wrong, Walter. Tell me I'm wrong. I know I say some wild shit up on this show, but tell me I'm wrong about this.
I cannot wait until it comes out that this is just a part of the Black Adam trilogy.
You really think that's gonna happen? No, because this is from Warner Brothers, so it might be the case. We might find out. I swear to God,
he's fighting natural disasters. He's fighting giant monsters. This is a DC property waiting to happen.
No, don't do that. God damn it, we can't get away from goddamn superheroes evading everything. It's not happening, Walter. But you can hope. I'll let you have that hope. He's black. He's not gonna be Black Adam in this. No. And if that happens, I will shut. Let me not say something crazy. Like, I'll shut this show down. I know Warner Brother might pull some shit at the end. It's like a stinger. We found this thing called Kong Doc, and he says these words Shazam. We don't know what this means. But yeah, with Rampage, it just seems like they are just spinning their wheels, and like I said, just throwing shit to the wall and seeing what sticks. It seems like chaos to me, and it also seems like another film that's starring The Rock, that is about video games, that is coming out very soon. Goddamn Jumanji.
Don't look at it.
Aren't you guys so happy? We got another video game kind of inspired movie. And I talked to somebody that works for Sony, and they were talking about this film. Oh. And they were like, yeah, and you could tell, like, and I'm not saying your name, I'm not gonna give any kind of qualifiers out there. But he was like, yeah, it's not like the old one. It's not like the old board game with the one with Robin Williams and Kirsten Dunst. It's nothing like that. It's a video game now. And if you're willing to buy that, you can believe that these people are avatars, and you can go in and have fun with it. It's a fun, enjoyable film. And I took that as, I'm just saying this shit so I don't get fired, because it sounded like he was just like, man, I sat through it. I lived. You can too. That's how it feels, because The Rock showing up in another action movie. It's set in the jungle about some goddamn animals and video games popping up in explosions. It's just like, all right, what are we doing here and what's going on with this movie? And keep in mind, I've been wrong about movies being, I was like, all right, this shit is going to be terrible. And it's turned around to be pretty good. Prime example, Goosebumps was a movie I thought was going to be a fucking mess, and it turned out being a good version of Jumanji.
I haven't seen Goosebumps.
Oh, I think it's on Netflix. If you have a chance, go watch Goosebumps on Netflix. It's actually not bad at all. It was a really entertaining film. It was almost exactly like the original Jumanji with Robin Williams and Kirsten Dunst. So yeah, The Rock obviously is getting checks from every avenue. He's getting checks from Warner Brothers to turn around and make Rampage. He's turning around and getting checks from Sony to turn around and make Jumanji. And of course, he's working again with his boy from San Andreas. And he's still getting money from Universal with this Fast and Furious franchise.
You're right. About to get more money too. About to get Tyrese's.
About to get Tyrese's checks. Shayla kills The Rock. But yeah, Walter, let me ask you, man. With this Rampage film, do you have any hope for this movie? Do you think it has any chance of being decent or being a passable video game movie?
As far as passable goes, it's not going to be the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not going to be good. It's not going to be bad. It's just going to be one of those things where it's like, okay, I enjoyed that. I went to see it with my friends. I'm not going to go to the movies to see this unless it's through Double Toasted.
You think, boy, stop. We ain't not paying for you to go out to see this shit.
But, no, I mean, this is going to be one of those movies where it's just like, I'll catch this on like Stars or HBO at home. So beyond that, it's not even the game that we played. Like if they would have had it with just monsters, like the monsters were the main characters, like you could have them talking, like personify them a little bit more.
Right.
That would be a more enjoyable movie than watching Dwayne Johnson fight monsters, which is what this is gonna, or save monsters. Whoever, he's probably gonna fight the government at some point.
Yeah, most likely. Like it's gonna be like Geostorm, where it's like, what? Oh, I expected more action here, but it just turns into a political thriller, which it shouldn't be. But Rampage, I think if they're going to stick to the same MO that they were using in San Andreas, which was focus more on the action. The story for San Andreas is terrible. One point is a girl almost kills herself to go back and save her boyfriend's brother or some shit. It's not a good movie. I don't know. Walter's like, it's okay, it's fine.
No,
don't let that boy tell lies.
No, it's mediocre. Like it's not bad. It's just not good. Like it's the middle of the road when it comes to a Dwayne Johnson film. Like you're gonna.
There is no middle of the road with Dwayne Johnson. It's either bad or good.
He has never
Scorpion
made a
King.
bad movie.
Scorpion King.
Never made a bad movie.
Scorpion King.
Bro, I got topped on Scorpion King. You can't. He's never made a bad movie.
Okay, I think that's more towards you, not because the Scorpion King was a good movie.
No. It's not. It's Scorpion.
Did she like, I'll blow you put on Scorpion King? I love The Rock. He's the best. Trash ass movie. Don't let this boy don't let him tell lies to your vision. The Rock makes either good movies or bad movies. There's no in between. And with the Rampage, I got a feeling this is going to be a bad movie. Again, I want it to be good. I want us to have that video game movie where we go in and enjoy it and we actually get to have a chance to do it. And I feel like that's going to work more when we have that Mario movie coming out from a possible Mario movie coming out from Illumination. And that's going to be animated. And hopefully they get his voice right. And hopefully they don't try to make it about something that Mario has no reason being in, like he's fighting terrorist turtles or something.
He's gonna have a dance off with Bowser at the end.
As long as it's to the Mario music, don't throw in any kind of crazy ass like
theme song,
Katy Perry, or throw in like what was it, Taylor Swift with Reputation. Don't throw any of that shit in there. I swear to God, if I hear it, I'll jump out a window. But if you keep Mario and keep him the way he should be, like he is in the new Odyssey game, we could be in a good boat. We could finally have a great video game movie. And like I said, I think when I first got to Double Toasted, I said we're gonna get a good video game movie, but it's gonna be 5 years. I said, y'all can go back and look in 2014. No, yeah, this is year 3. Yeah. Okay. So 5 years. So it's either going to be that Mario movie or possibly an Overwatch movie. There's rumblings. I hear rumblings. Oh,
I see the chat, by the way. I need to apologize because Baywatch was a horrible movie.
Yep. Chat. Love y'all. Y'all the best. Thank y'all so much because, yes, Baywatch was terrible. So bad. It was Charles Barkley. Terrible. It was not a good movie, man. So, yeah, The Rock makes shitty movies, and we saw that this year with Baywatch. So, good luck. Hopefully, Rampage, I do want you to come out and be well because at some point, I do want people in Hollywood to take video games seriously and see that there is a group there, or I'm not going to say money to be made, but an artistry to it that can, actually translate well to the big screen. We've seen it done well when it comes to just video games and cutscenes and things like that with The Last of Us and things like Uncharted and things that focus on the movie aspect as well as the video game aspect. So hopefully, again, this Rampage movie can be good. I want it to be good. I never want a movie to be bad because if we have to sit through a bad movie, it's terrible. It's so bad.
If that's what you're looking for, you're not going to get it. I can tell you from the trailer.
I know. But
there's no Rampage.
Can a salesman dream?
I mean, yeah, but not you. Like, I'm not gonna let you hurt yourself like that.
Push me to the edge. But yeah, so hopefully Rampage comes out and be good. It's most likely not gonna be. But hey, if I'm wrong, y'all know where to find me. I'm here.